Next question is about that application of a micro. Okay, I think you people have application of micro in what? Communication system, environmental remote system, remote sensing, medical system, and all of the above. Now, Pratik has mentioned that answer is a D. I think he might have seen the answer because I could not open it. Right, it is about correct. Pratik, okay, all of you saying the answer is correct. Now, that answer, that application of micro in a communication system as well as that environmental remote sensing, medical system. Okay, so remote sensing means what? Weather mapping, communication system for communication. Okay, so that's about communication system, medical system. You can say that for a medical treating the cancers and all, even industrial also, all of the above. That's what the answer is about the D. I have to check it what, where is my answer now first, and then I have to put something, object on the particular answer. Now, next question. Next question is here. The power requirement, the power requirement of the microtransmitters as compared to the medium frequency and high frequency band transmitter is. Okay, all of you write down your answer. That is D. Power requirement of the micro frequency transmitter as compared to this one. Pratik saying A. Okay, it is correct actually. That is very small. Okay, so we can say that it is about a small requirement of the current there. Because at a micro frequency, gain is a large, directivity will be large. That's why transmitter power required is a small there. Okay, as compared to the medium frequency and high frequency. Next question now. All of you able to see that? At a micro frequency, at a micro frequency, the antenna has a narrow beam width, small beam width, large beam width, and none of this. At a micro frequency, someone says that A. At a micro frequency, the antenna has at a micro frequency, the antenna has a narrow beam width, small beam width, large beam width, and none of these. Someone Pratik says B. Someone says again B here. Pranav says A. Good. Okay. Let it be your answer. That is about a narrow beam width. Gain is a large. Answer is simple. If your gain is a high gain is there. So due to the high gain, okay. So due to the high gain, we can say that due to high gain, your beam width will be narrow there. Due to high gain, the beam width will be narrow. Next question. The micro communication takes place with what? Less fading, moderate fading, large fading, and none of these. Answer. The micro communication takes place with what? All of you write down your answer there. Fading means what? Multiple signal reach there. Okay. Multiple signal received by the receiver. What is the answer? Fading. That micro communication takes place with a. Someone says A. Okay. Pratik says A. Okay. This is about A. This is about a less fading. Right. Less fading is there at a micro frequency. Next question. Now, the disadvantage of the micro band, that is A is what? Line of sight propagation. B is what? Is susceptible to the electromagnetic interference. C is what? Is sensitivity to the bad weather. And D is about the all of the above. Someone says A answer. Someone says D. Just write down your answer. Only one person is writing the answer. Okay, D. Some another one D is saying D. Okay, that answer is a D. It is correct one. Line of sight propagation is what? Direct to direct communication. Okay, due to the for a line of sight communication, we need a direct to direct propagation. But because of that earth curvature, we could not go ahead for a 50 kilometer. So that's why line of sight propagation will not be take place. Susceptible to the electromagnetic interference, right? Interference will be there. So that's why you can say it's susceptibility to the electromagnetic interference there, and sensitivity to bad weather. Okay, if that cloud is high and all, bad weather is there. So that's why your wave will not be propagating there. So that's why sensitivity to bad weather. So that's why the answer is about the D. Next question there. The answer is here. We have seen somewhere microfrequency range earlier. We have seen that microfrequency range is from what 3 to 30 gigahertz, 30 to 300 gigahertz, 3 to 300 gigahertz, or 300 megahertz to 3000 gigahertz. And someone says the answer is D. Okay, right? The answer is about a D here. That is about a microfrequency range is about 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz or 3000 gigahertz. Okay. So that is about your microfrequency range is there. Now next, I think we have seen that as per the Radio Society and X band. Okay, right. Answer is B. That is 8 to 12 gigahertz. That question is over now. Next question we see. Above 1 gigahertz, which of these statements holds true? Propagation time. Sorry. Above 1 gigahertz, which of these statement is holds true? Propagation time is compared with the time period. Wavelength is comparable with the circuit length, and distributed circuit elements are used, and all of the above. Above 1 gigahertz. Okay, if the signal frequency is about 1 gigahertz, propagation time is comparable with the time period, right? Because one is a statement we see earlier in the Klystron. Wavelength is comparable with the circuit length, right? Because of that. Okay, someone said the answer is B. Okay, and distributed circuit elements are used, right? That answer is about a D here. Okay, above 1 gigahertz. Next, about the microwave frequency is about transparent to the ionosphere, suffers less fading from the environment, categorized by more stable propagation than low frequency RF. The answer is about a D here. Right? Correct. The answer is about a D here. It is transparent to the ionosphere, suffers less fading from the environment, and characterized by the more stable. Next one is about transparency properties of a microwave. The ionosphere helps astronomical research, satellite communication, and none of this. What is the answer? Okay, transparency property. Signal can propagate. Okay, C. Someone says C. Right. It is correct answer. Both of A and B. It can be used for the astronomical research as well as for the satellite communication. Okay, so that's the answer is about the B. Next question is about here. We have the answer here. An electron moves in an electric field E. It experiences a force which is equal to, that is, minus QE plus QE minus Q by E or plus Q by E. F is equal to what? Force exerted. Charge, force exerted. No one has right written the answer. An electron moves in an electric field E. It experiences a force which is equal to, that is C. Someone says C. F is equal to what? The screen is not visible. Okay, right now it is visible. An electron moves in an electric field E. It experiences where it is invisible. I think it is buffering. Someone says that it is buffering. It is answer A. F is equal to, screen is not. Okay, let it be. It is about A now. An electron moves in an electric field E. It experiences a force. Okay, if okay, someone says that answer is B. The electron volt E is equal to 1.60 to the power 19 minus 19. Okay, answer is B now. Okay, right? Your answer is D. It is correct one. Okay, so, okay. is correct one. Next question, in the equation, if E is equal to minus del V, the minus sign implies that the field is, directed from the region of lower potential to those of the higher potential, directed from the region of higher potential to those of the lower potential, or directed to the region of higher potential, directed to the region of the lower potential. Actually, the answer is correct here because it is about saying that answer is a B here. It is from the higher potential to the those of a lower potential. That's right. There will be a minus. Next question. Now a charged particle in a motion, in a magnetic field of a flux density B experiences a force that is directly proportional. Experiences a force that is directly proportional to the charge Q, V, the sign of the angle between the right motion. Answer is D, which is correct. All of the above. It is F is about Q as well as V as well as V cross B. We can say that the potential we have the T. Okay. So that is about the answer is correct now. 17. Okay. Next question. Okay, few questions. Okay, 7 questions remaining now. And then we shall stop here. Only 7 questions. Next question. If the electric if the electric and magnetic fields are in the same or in the opposite direction, then the magnetic field. If the electric and magnetic field if the electric and magnetic field are in the same or in the opposite direction, then the magnetic field exerts a force on the electron, no force on the electron. The force on the electron and the electron motion depends only on the electric field. No force on the electron and the electron motion depends only on the electric field. Answer is D. Okay, no force on the electron and the electron motion depends only on the electric field. Next question. When the electric field E and the magnetic flux density B are at the right angle, means electric field and magnetic field, okay, E crosses, are at the right angles with each other, a magnetic force is exerted on the electron, not exerted on the electron beam, exerted on the magnetic field, okay, not exerted on the magnetic field. Okay, so what happened? The magnetic force is not exerted on the magnetic field or exerted on the electron beam. Right? Answer is A, correct, Pratik. It is about the exerted on the electron beam. Right? That answer is about the A. Next question, that is about the A. 21. A Lorentz force acting on an electron because of the presence of what? Electric field, magnetic field, both electric and magnetic field, and D is about the none of the above. Lorentz force. That is force is equal to what? QE. The answer is A. It's about the electric field. Someone says Lorentz force acting on an electron because of the presence of, right? See, both the electric field and magnetic field. Correct. It is about both the electric field and a magnetic field. So that's why we say that F is equal to what? Minus Q into E. Okay. F is equal to minus Q into E. Again minus Q into V cross P. 5 questions remaining. Okay. The complex. Next question. The complex Poynting theorem is the total complex power fed into a volume is, like P E is equal to what? E cross H. Is nothing but what? Active power dissipated acid, reactive power proportional to the difference between the time average and magnetic and electric energy stored in the volume. Complex power transmitted across the surface enclosed by the volume, and D is about the all of the above. Okay, write down your answer there. If you reading something. Someone says D. Okay, right, correct. It is dissipated at heat as well as electric and magnetic field, and it is a P in and P out. Okay, so that's why the answer is about D. Next question. Pointing theorem gives Pointing theorem gives the energy relation of the field whether the static in any volume, the energy relation of the field whether dynamic in any volume, the net flow of the power out of given volume to its surface, and all of the above. Someone says D, right? That answer is about the D here. Okay, it is all of the above. Next, a plane wave is a wave whose equipped phase surface are plane, has no electric field component during along its direction of propagation, has no magnetic field component along its direction of propagation, and all of the above. Plane wave. Someone says the answer is D, right? Okay, answer is D, correct one. Last. Okay. Same question is there. So no need to continue. Uniform plane wave. And these are about the two questions. All answer uniform plane wave. Okay, that answer is about the D here. Okay, this one is about the same. Okay, you can say that E field and magnetic field there. Uniform plane wave as well as amplitude is same. Ratio E by H is interest as well as the wave. Getting it is nothing but a free space. Answer is D for this one. Okay, both. Your answer is about the D. Okay, that is about. You can say that